Hey, so we've talked now about what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat. But here's a biggie. Why do we eat? Hopefully your answer to that is because I'm hungry. And that's great because that's a really solid reason. But sometimes you might find that the answer to that question might be something different. Are you eating because you're stressed? Because you're bored? Because you're tired? Are we emotionally eating? If this might apply to you, then be compassionate about this and recognize what's leading us to do that. Because if we're eating in a state of stress, we're not going to receive our nutrients as well. And what we want to do is retrain our brain to recognize what is a true reward. What is a true reward? A true reward gets me closer to my finest self, to do what I am on this planet to do that no one else can do but me. Right? So now let's look at that Twinkie or that donut, or what do I tend to eat when I'm emotionally eating? I tend to look for sweetness in my life, so I find it in my donut. And what happens? I take a bite of that and I'm like, that's good, right? But what about the second bite? How does it feel? Is it as good? No, it's never as good as the first bite. What happens after 30 minutes? Oh, feeling a little guilty, a little bit bloated. Why did I do that? Oh man, this isn't good. What happens if I follow that through to the end? That's what you want to do. Look at the work of Judd Brewer. If emotional eating is a struggle for you, his work is amazing. Eat right now. But if you find that that's the case, I want you to follow it to the end with compassion, not criticism. So don't beat yourself up for, oh, dang it, I've done it again. Because what does that do? That triggers more of the stress response. And we know when we're in a stress response, we're detecting fear, and that actually shuts down blood flow to the place in our brain in the prefrontal cortex that allows us rational thought. So if I'm trying to throw rational thought at this beast, I am not helping. I'm only worsening my frustration and my stress, increasing the likelihood that I will do this behavior again because I am stressed and this is the behavior I do. So I need to retrain the behavior and say, what is a true reward? Follow it through to the end. What is the true effect or result of this behavior? When I eat, I end up feeling worse. I end up crashing. I end up sleeping badly. I end up feeling not my best self. And then I end up gaining weight and struggling with my sugar or so on. And if I'm being honest, curious, not critical, I would say that is not a true reward. That is not getting me to my finest self. In fact, it's getting me quite far from. And what his work, Dr. Judd Brewer's work, showed that when you approach something with mindfulness and follow it through to the end, that he showed a reduction of emotional eating by 40% after 10 times of approaching our behaviors with intention and mindfulness, curiosity. So give that a thought if there's a behavior that applies, whether it's Twinkies, whether it's donuts, whether it's something savory like chips or fries, or maybe it's alcohol. Is it truly a reward that's getting you closer to your finest self? And if it's not, find grace, find power around that, and redirect a behavior to something that truly is getting you closer to that person that you're striving to become.